What is Juneteenth? A lot of you guys are asking me. This day represents the ending of slavery. Why that day? Why not any other day? Let me explain. Let's go back to my birthday, actually, September 22nd, 1862. The very first Republican President, Abraham Lincoln, signs the Emancipation Proclamation. It goes into effect January 1st, 1863. What this did was free all the slaves in states in rebellion, meaning the Confederacy. However, this was easier said than done because there was no cell phone, TV, internet, or radio. So General Gordon Granger and Union soldiers had to physically go to Galveston, Texas on June 19th, Juneteenth, 1865, a full 2.5 years after the emancipation, to tell the slaves and the slaveholders that slavery is done. So of course, this day became immortalized in the black community of Galveston, and every single year they would celebrate Juneteenth. The celebration spread throughout the black community in the USA, but it remained pretty obscure. Most of you guys did not know about it until 2020.
All right, so apparently Caribbeans and Africans can't celebrate Juneteenth. Baby, I am black, okay? I will be celebrating Juneteenth, and I'm bringing griot with me. I do not care.
Juneteenth is coming up, and this is your friendly reminder that Juneteenth is a Black American holiday. Emphasis on Black American. Like, it was made and it's for and about Black Americans. Specifically the descendants of slaves that were in chattel slavery in America. Now, that's not saying that the rest of the diaspora cannot come out and show love and support and be interested and go to events. Y'all can. Y'all are more than welcome. But please understand your place and please have respect for the fact that it is a Black American holiday.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. And in our today's episode, we are looking at this special day and a big day that the Black Americans are celebrating in United States of America. The day is called Juneteenth because it is the day that they are commemorating the end of slavery in the United States of America, and it was done June 19th, 1965. So guys, it is a day that they are celebrating, and they have indicated very well that this day, it is meant for them. Though we are wishing them all the best, and we celebrate with them, and they have indicated very well, it's not for all blacks, and it's not for the immigrants. So guys, we got the videos that we have prayed concerning this special day for the Black Americans, and they're there for us to run and to get more insight of what happened and the joy and the happiness. And after they received these news that they are coming out of slavery, guys, it's a big feeling, and we are looking at these videos. We see the reaction about how the Black Americans feel about this great day. So guys, just take a look and come back with more commentary. Thank you.
What is Juneteenth? A lot of you guys are asking me. This day represents the ending of slavery. Why that day? Why not any other day? Let me explain. Let's go back to my birthday, actually, September 22nd, 1862. The very first Republican President, Abraham Lincoln, signs the Emancipation Proclamation. It goes into effect January 1st, 1863. What this did was free all the slaves in states in rebellion, meaning the Confederacy. However, this was easier said than done because there was no cell phone, TV, internet, or radio. So General Gordon Granger and Union soldiers had to physically go to Galveston, Texas on June 19th, Juneteenth, 1865, a full 2.5 years after the emancipation, to tell the slaves and the slaveholders that slavery is done. So of course, this day became immortalized in the black community of Galveston, and every single year they would celebrate Juneteenth. The celebration spread throughout the black community in the USA, but it remained pretty obscure. Most of you guys did not know about it until 2020. President Trump wanted to have a rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma on Juneteenth. This caused a massive backlash. How dare you do this on this sacred day? You got Juneteenth, and Tulsa, Oklahoma is where you had the race riots of 1921. Now, although those days are far apart and not related, they are related because they're important to many in the black community. So Trump said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Not only will I not have my rally on this day, I will give you guys Juneteenth as a federal holiday. So here we are. Now, I grew up my entire life celebrating Juneteenth because that day is my dad's birthday and also his uncle, my great uncle's birthday. So we would go to DC to my great uncle and aunt's house and celebrate their birthdays, family reunion, Father's Day, and Juneteenth.
At the risk of sounding like an FBI, Juneteenth is for black Americans. I've said this to y'all time and time again, but all the propaganda, I'm seeing a lot of Pan-African colors and not the Juneteenth American colors. So I have to make this video. Juneteenth was founded by and for black Americans, specifically black Texans, to celebrate the end of chattel slavery, which is why all black Americans can participate, because that is something that affected all of us, right? It is not Black People Independence Day. Every time this comes up, I swear, like, everybody else in the diaspora just gets amnesia and then just, oh, you're trying to divide us. Whole time, when it's Jamaican Independence Day, we let y'all have that. When it's Haitian Independence Day, we let y'all have that. Do not come up into Juneteenth functions trying to play Afro beats and Caribbean music, bro. Cut that shit off. You could turn on Burna Boy tomorrow, genuinely. And I don't know why, like, y'all come over here, y'all tell us that we don't have no culture, meanwhile looking exactly like us, but then want to celebrate all of our shit. And when we try to make it known, hey, this is not a universal black experience, this is just a black American thing, now all of a sudden we're haters. Please go to hell, bro. I'm not with the bullshit this year. Genuinely, it's like other diaspora members, they be like, that coon ship get to activating. It's like they be living two different lives. One minute they want to be black, the other minute they want to be immigrants who just fled to America for a better life. Whole time, none of that would be possible without black Americans. So the very least you could do is let us celebrate our own holiday. I shouldn't have to explain something that should be common sense, right? Because when it's something about y'all, we all band together because we root for everybody black like a bunch of. But then when the roles are reversed, y'all act like we can't have shit, and y'all act like we're the white people of black people. That's what y'all like to call us, right? And this is where intersectionality be fucking y'all up at, right? No one's saying you're not black. What we're saying is, yes, we are all black. That is a commonality we all share that we can bond over tomorrow, right? This is something for black people who were forcefully migrated to the Americas, North America specifically, a holiday that we share. So if you're not one of us, right, then this holiday is not for you. Not saying you can't participate, but the holiday is not about you. This should be common sense.
This picture isn't insulting because of division. It's insulting because it represents erasure. It's like you're taking a cultural group that had nothing to do with Juneteenth, nothing to do with Black Americans at all, and then trying to insert their culture in replace of ours to celebrate something that only has to do with us. This West African Ghanaian culture does not represent Black Americans at all. No Black American grew up eating egusi soup or okra soup or jollof rice. Like, that's not a part of our culture. That would be like Black Americans having soul food in Ghana as a replacement for jollof or banku or whatever they were having in celebration of some festival that only had to do with their people. It just wouldn't make sense. We have our own culture, and that culture is what should be represented and celebrated for Juneteenth. I feel like this is another slap in the face from the Pan-Africans, basically saying that our Black American culture is not good enough, so we need to replace it with something more African to represent Juneteenth. Like with the whole Juneteenth celebration in Ghana, it's like, I'm just not seeing the connection here. It's okay for us to be American. It's okay for us to just be us.
And since we're on the topic of Juneteenth being a holiday only for Black Americans, I'll never forget when I was in high school, my teacher was going around the class asking everybody what their heritage was. And then when it came around to me, I said, oh, I'm only Black American. And then he goes, they still make y'all? And I was like, oh my gosh, because everybody in my class was either Caribbean or Latino. But like, still, who says that?
I'm ethnically Central African, and I would just like to say to all African and Caribbean people, June 19th is just not for us. Let Black Americans have their holiday. Like, we don't need Afrobeat, we don't need Rasta clock, we don't need that.
Is Juneteenth, guys. It's a day that they are marking June 19th, 1965, when Union soldier arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced that enslaved African Americans were free. You can just imagine the joy and how they felt about it. This came more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation has been issued. And guys, as we know that for generations, these Black Americans were observing, or they were waiting for Juneteenth with their families gathering, and they were waiting for this day to happen, and it just happened. And the reason why they are saying it very well, that it is not for everyone, because not everyone who is Black can understand the history, or can perceive or can understand what they went through. They are the people who can the history about what happened in the time of slavery. And guys, this is what they have indicated very well, that it is not for everyone. And this is the reason, because it is a day that they are celebrating their culture. It is a festive. It's a day that they are doing a family gathering, and they are doing the events and music. So they are parading, and they are educating the young ones, or their children, about the history. And it's a day that they are showcasing what the history entailed about the Black Americans. And that is the reason why they are saying no one can match what they are about to do in this day, because they were not the one, and they were not in that, they were not, or their forefathers were not in slavery. You might be the Black person in United States of America as an immigrant, but you cannot understand what these people went through. You cannot associate yourself to what they went through, and about the joy and the celebration after being announced that they are free again. Imagine being announced that you are free again. Guys, this is not something which is small. This marks something which is too great and too big for them. And this is the day that they were waiting. Their forefathers were waiting for years, for decades, for them not to be announced and to be told that they are free in United States of America from the slavery. And guys, that's the reason why they are coming in online and telling the rest of the Black people that this is not your day. This is not your day to come and do the gathering and the rest. This is our day. Let us enjoy, because our forefathers went ahead, and because of the cries, or because of what they went through, and the suffering and the struggles that they went through in the time of slavery. Now this is a time for us, because now this is a time for us, now them, the Black Americans, because now they're the one who are enjoying, now they're celebrating this day, June 19th, 1865. And it was after this soldier went ahead, and the history is telling us that he just took something, because by then there were no transport, or there were no cars where they can go and deliver the message. And guys, he just went ahead and told them in the state where they were living, and announced to them that the day is today, that from today henceforth you are not slaves, you are free. So guys, you can imagine the joy, you can imagine how the freedom means to people, and how happy, or how they felt after that. Because you cannot imagine being in someone's work and working for so many years, and there is no wages. You're just working for free, and everything about you, everything that you're doing, you're not doing it now for your benefit, you're doing it for other people now to benefit. So guys, this is their day. This is the Black Americans' day, and we have accepted it. And the blacks, I hope that the Africans and the rest of the immigrants will accept that this is not their day. This is the day for the Black Americans alone in United States of America. So guys, just continue watching. We come back with more.
So family, watch this and I'll be back with a comment.
Caribbeans and Africans can't celebrate Juneteenth. Baby, I am black, okay? I will be celebrating Juneteenth, and I'm bringing griot with me. I do not care.
And this is the reason why we're delineating. If you want to celebrate that, is perfectly fine. But as somebody that is a Black Texan, that my family has been here for generations, it's very disrespectful that you're going to sit over here and say, well, I'm going to still celebrate Juneteenth and I'm bringing my cultural Haitian dish to the barbecue. No, we don't want your food there. Juneteenth is made for barbecue. Juneteenth is made for fish fries, crawfish, dominoes, spades, Frankie Beverly and Mays, the Gap Band, pound cake, peach cobbler. That's what our ish is made for. We don't want your cultural dish there. And this is the diabolical shit that they want to do to make this flat blackness thing. And I'm tired of it. Leave us alone. This is our holiday. If you want to celebrate it, that's cool. But don't be trying to co-opt our shit. Period.
This is coming from an African woman. Y'all, Juneteenth is for Black Americans. Let me say it again. Juneteenth is for Black Americans. We do not need to have a diaspora war over this because it's the truth. This is Black Americans, their country. We are here as immigrants. Us, as an African woman, I know where my country is. I can go back to it whenever I want to. Same with the islanders and any other Black person that is from a different nation that's living here. Black Americans, this is all they know, okay? Because their whole life they have been told, you don't belong here. Go back to where you're from. Like, how sick is it to steal people, turn them into slaves, disconnect them from their origins, and then they take root here and they're from here. You like time to go back from, they're like, I'm from here. What are you talking about? This is all I know. So this is their day. Now, if you're invited to the cookout, you are there to celebrate your cousins. You are there to celebrate the ancestors that fought hard so you can come here and have those rights. You are there as a background character. If you are invited, your music is not going to be played. Your food is not going to be made. Their food, Black Americans, their food, their soul food, whatever else they want to make, that is what's going to be made. Black music, Black American music is what's going to be played. You are there to celebrate and have fun with your cousins. That's it. If you are invited. We want to kind of get, invited because I do want to celebrate y'all because I do love Blackness no matter where it's at. And I just love to celebrate Black people in general. And I think there's beauty in numbers and all of us coming together and celebrating each other's cultures and their differences and having respect for each other. But Juneteenth is for Black people, you guys. Let it be. Just respect that. And if you are a immigrant Black person living here and you don't understand why, just think about it. In your birth country, you never have to be told that you don't belong there because you know that is your birth country. You know where your roots are from and your soil. That's where you live. That's all you've known. Same thing with Black Americans. So just apply that to what Black Americans are saying and why they are so adamant about saying, hey, this is for us. And it is for them. And just have empathy and understanding and just being open, a little more cautious to Black Americans. That's it.
I don't want to see taco food trucks, African food trucks, or Jamaican food trucks at Juneteenth events this summer. That is exploitation. That is not honoring our ancestors. That is not helping and uplifting U.S. chattel slavery descendants. That is not helping us circulate money back into our community. If you look up what Juneteenth is for and who specifically it's for, you will understand why I'm asking you to honor our ancestors instead of trying to use our celebration as an open market, an opportunity to make money off of us and exploit us. I'm just going to celebrate at home. I think that I'm just going to celebrate at home. I'm going to venerate the ancestors, and I'm going to treat myself, and I'm going to find a Black American business to circulate my money into, because I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of having to share every single thing that's not even for other people, and they get to have their own shit. It's irritating. Like, we're not going to Carnival and setting up USA stands. You feel me? We're not going to Carnival and setting up USA food trucks. We're not going to Carnival and setting up a FBA necklace stand. We're not doing that. So that's what I mean by y'all are disrespectful and exploiting us. You're not trying to honor our ancestors. You're not trying to support us. You're taking money out of our community and you're spending it elsewhere. You're not an actual supporter. You're an opportunist. That's it. So if you really truly support us, then support us, spend money with us, circulate money in our community to celebrate Juneteenth for U.S. chattel slavery descendants, not everybody else.
I'm not trying to sell y'all nothing. All right, I just wanted to know, what do you guys know about Juneteenth?
Nothing really.
Really? I love honesty. That's the best thing. Okay, Juneteenth is an event that we celebrate. It's our independence, the Black people independence. You know, like we all celebrate for July the 4th, right? So Juneteenth, June 19th, is our Independence Day. It wasn't the day that we got free, but it was the day that everybody in America knew that we were free. Do you guys know anything about slavery?
Yes, a little bit.
What you know about slavery?
That they wasn't treating us right and stuff.
You know, they made us pick a lot of cotton.
It was a lady that freed us. I forgot her name. It was like Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman. The reason I asked this because I've asked a couple of kids what does Juneteenth mean or what does slavery mean, and most of them have no clue. Slavery was when you were a piece of property. You weren't a human, you were a piece of property. And because the whites owned the country, they were able to purchase, buy, and sell you. And so that's why I laughed when you said that, because you're exactly right. As a piece of property, your master or the white man had the right to do with whatever he wanted to do to you. And the reason why it's so important that we start studying our history is because if we don't, we will end up that way again. How would you like to be owned by somebody?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. So I want to see you guys at the June 19th. And when you see me, walk up to me and let me know, Miss Lisa, I saw you because you came by my house. Okay? All right. You all have a blessed day. Enjoy this weather. Enjoy your freedom.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
See you June 19th.
All right. See you June 19th, 18.
And guys, as you can see how the Black Americans have or are enjoying or are so happy about to remember this day and this jubilant day, because it's a jubilee day, being told or being the day that they are marking the beginning of freedom. And guys, they have indicated very well that this freedom is not for all. They pave a way for some of the immigrants in United States of America to be where they are and even to work in their background, because they welcome them in United States of America, and many are things that they went ahead and prepared for so many immigrants to enjoy and to be in United States of America. And them indicating that this day is not for everyone. It's not about selfishness. No, it's about now the history, because Their history cannot be borrowed by any other person. It is not something that can be carried by any other person. The weight or how they felt, no one can feel about it. No one can feel what they have been like feeling all along, because even after slavery, these people like continued like to be like segregated, and there are so many things that they have been like going through, and reminding them or taking them back to the history or back to the time of slavery, that there are some things that the white supremacy has not yet like withdrawn. They are continuing like to subject them to some challenges or to some things which are remembering or reminding them about the time of slavery. So guys, this is the history about them celebrating and going to those festival and like dancing or doing the music, doing the family gathering, and guys even doing and educating about the history. They have indicated very well that it is not everyone who can understand what they go through or what they went through and what was like subjected to them, because after slavery, I think this parent like sat down with their children and they educated them and they told them, make sure that you don't forget. Make sure that you don't forget your history, because erasing a history and forgetting a history is like forgetting yourself. It's like forgetting that you don't have a future. And that is what they are like indicating clearly about themselves. And guys, this is what now they have like drawn a line that this is what we will not celebrate with the rest. We have given these immigrants and the rest of the communities a lot. We have given them a lot, but we will not give them the trade or what our forefathers paid and what our forefathers went ahead and paid for us to be free and for us to be where we are. Yes, you might be free with us, but the pride or the day that we are celebrating what was done, or the joy that the Black Americans experienced on that 19th June 1865, this is the day for us, because we are the one who went through the pain. Yes, it is the Black Americans who went through all that those challenges and the pain, and nobody could understand the joy and how they felt about being announced or how they felt about being told that they are free. Because the rest of the people who have went now to United States of America as immigrant, you have just like gone there and you are just like found that these people are walking in freedom, and you just like ride on their freedom without understanding that this freedom, they fought for it. This freedom, they sacrificed with their blood, with their sweat, with their, like everything about them. And these immigrants just went to the United States of America, and they have been like enjoying the freedom which they don't know the price that the Black Americans fought for or paid for them to be free, or for the freedom now to be like exercised in United States of America. And they have marked very well, and they have said it very well. It's not about selfishness. It's not about like they hate the rest, because even the word hate is not in their culture. They don't know how to hate. It's not about that. The thing is, it's about like putting the boundary. The thing is like let us like maintain or contain this one feeling that we felt that has never been felt with our forefathers. There are some who didn't like gone to this extent or didn't like gotten to this chance to enjoy the freedom. And for this day, because this is the day of how many Black Americans like they were after in their home, they were joy in their home, they celebrated in their home with the freedom that no one can question them. And they have said it very well that we will not share this feeling with you, because you cannot understand how we felt or how our forefathers felt about being told from today henceforth, you're not working for free. You not be subjected to all these harsh environment, not to work for someone who is not like even paying you. You not be subjected to all these pain that the women went through. Our children or the children of the Black Americans will not be like sold like animals. Now this is the history. And they have indicated very well that nobody can understand, and that is true, that no one can understand, because you didn't went through that. Your grandmother didn't went through that. Your grandfather cannot tell about the time of slavery, but only the Black Americans people or our Black Americans forefathers and their grandmothers and great-great-grandmothers and grandfathers can tell the history, or can tell what they went through and what they were subjected to in the time of slavery. So guys, they have like done so, and guys, this is not about disrespecting, this is not about selfishness, this is about now drawing the line and drawing the boundary and like indicating very well like this is ours, and we not share with you because you cannot understand the struggles, you cannot understand the feeling, the emotions after being told that you are free in United States of America, because that's a commodity that was too expensive for them, and they paid with their sweat, with their blood, with their body, with their dignity, with their respect, with their like everything. And so guys, this is what now they're celebrating today. Today is 19th June, and this is their day, and we wish them well. May they enjoy, may they continue enjoying and going on with that freedom. May they never being denied this freedom forever in their lives. So guys, if you have come this far in this conversation, just consider to subscribe to my channel, like, share, and in that comment section, tell me how you feel about the June 19th, 1865, about the Black Americans' joy. How does it make you feel, or what do you understand about the whole thing, about the history, about the Black Americans? Does it make you like sit back and like think so much, or go deep now to what, or to the situation that they were subjected to, and understand their today's celebration? Because when you see them like so hilarious, just know that everything to them marks something, marks a history. When you see them like doing whatever they do, whether it's their music has a meaning, their food has a meaning, like their clothing, their styles has a meaning, their hairstyle has a meaning. Everything about them has a mark or has a story to tell. So guys, with this and many more, comment in that comment section. Tell us what you think about June 19th that the Black Americans are celebrating today. We'll come back with more stories. Thank you.